When chaos destroys our world, and its seeds poison the souls of mortals, those who dare to resist will be in the minority. But remember, even in the darkest hour, I will be with you.
Listen, hear the cries of the damned. Their screams are a rhapsody, a testament to our generosity. But we are only here because you summoned us. There is no going back. Rejoice, for it is withheld no longer.
The fusion of games, past and present. It's the Game Fix Show.
All right, partner. You know what time it is.
Let's go crazy! Crazy!
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Game Fix Show. I am Spanish.
Salutations, I'm Mike.
And I am Verlaine. Make sure to check out our website, GameFixShow.com, and join us every Wednesday live right here, Facebook.com, YouTube.com, and Twitch.tv.
Hump Day! Yeah, that's where we are. It is another Wednesday, so it's the Game Fix Show. Let's do this. A lot of stuff happening today, or at least this week, and we will get into it from former execs speaking out their assholes and Bruce Campbell and everywhere in between. I don't know if there's been between there, but that's fine.
Those are two sides of an extreme.
way two sides. So we'll get to that. Also, something with McDonald's.
McDonald's gives me the scoop.
It's something with McDonald's that gamers don't give a fuck about, but we will get to that. So I think that is the easiest way to put it. So, but let's jump right into it as we normally do. Talk about what we've been gaming, and I think what happened to Relay? Where'd he go?
Oh no!
There we go.
I don't know why that happened. All right. Anyway, we will let's get right into it. Talk about what we've been playing. There he is. And you know what, Mike, Colonel Fancy, why don't you take the helm? You go first. What have you been playing?
Right. I got into Beast of Reincarnation a little while ago. It's the new game from a Game Freak, the developers of Pokemon. It's on Game Pass right now, but I actually want to see if there's like a physical copy of it because the little bit that I played of this game, I like it. It's a pretty cool action hybrid RPG that blends a little bit of I don't even know if I should go like blended turn based. It's kind of more like command centric, and it's a really interesting idea. And it's refreshing to see Game Freak do something of their own accord that isn't just Pokemon. Because Pokemon is what Pokemon is, but they're a very talented team that are very good at providing a twist on whatever it is that they do. So Beast of Reincarnation is a little bit like a when I was first playing it a little bit, it felt a little bit like a Souls-like, and I guess it probably has a little bit in comparison with Sekiro. I've got a little bit of a gameplay footage here.
I got you.
So it's you play as Emma, who is acting as like a purifier, and one of the cool things about the way the game works is you can kind of use like a double jump ability that like extends her hair to create roots to help get around to areas that it can't reach. And it's a very interesting mechanic that puts a really nice spin on the concept of double jumps. Because if there's something in like video games that I think it's taken for granted, what the double jump is, what's making you jump twice in the air. So you have like kind of like your like general standard line of attacks. Like your shoulder buttons are used to hit enemies. But when you press the Y button, you can bring up a command menu, and you can use magic attacks with your dog Koo. And by using some of Koo's abilities, you can like break down enemy weaknesses, which kind of feels like a little bit like what you can do in some Pokemon games. And it kind of it's a lot more fluid than I kind of gave a credit to. I think I think a couple of other games that utilize something like this would be like Final Fantasy VII Remake, where it's like a blend of like real time action and some turn based moments, and it gives you a little bit of.
That's kind of like it reminds me of the only like MMO RPG I ever played was Neverwinter, and that's what it seems like. It seems like one of those kind of games. It's not turn based, but it kind of you're taking time just by default in order to pick your next attack. So you can pick it as fast as you can pick it, but it's still not just like a button masher. And then that's what it even looked like. It's just that then instead of just making it more like they're bullet sponges, it seems to like go into like a cinematic that makes it look a lot cooler.
Right, because you've broken down the enemy's defenses, and then you just like finish it off. If anything, I'd compare it less turn based and more like active time battle, which was the turn-based system that Square Enix used for a lot of their games. Like the actions were happening in real time instead of like slot order, like most turn-based RPGs would. And I enjoy this game. I'm relatively early in it. That was kind of like the opening scenario there. But already it's probably going to make it really difficult to get back in the Elden Ring, which Elden Ring is good, but I feel like it's just too much of a slog. It's pretty annoying to run 30 yards, get killed by something, respawn, run 30 more yards, figure out how to beat that, but then something else comes out of nowhere and curb stomps you. I like any game that will kind of like add a new twist. It gives you a reason to pay attention to like combat as opposed to just simply leveling up and like muscling through. It did have a skill tree, and if anyone's heard me complain on the show, I don't like skill trees in games. They they have their function, and I understand that. But I don't like it when your ability to improve in the game is relied solely upon that. I'd rather be rewarded for learning from enemy patterns and learning how to ration my supplies and use proper attacks so that I don't end up wasting resources. I think that determines one's improvement in a game, but that's a different conversation. Yeah. Speaking of games that reward you for inherent skill, I'm getting back in the Hollow Knight and Mina the Hollower, two games that I'm getting further in, but I keep dying at stupid points and having to go back and regain a lot of my supplies. I've kind of hit a weird rut. I was like trying to beat a lot more games this year than I normally would, but I've just gotten derailed. And I'm now playing like 8 games at once, and it feels like I'm kind of getting nowhere. Yeah, those handful of games are mostly what I've been kind of getting back into. There's of course the Chinese gacha games. There's the Neverness to Everness, Genshin Impact, and Zenless Zone Zero. And I'm still playing those on the regular. Mostly just kind of doing some dailies to get supplies because I got a bunch of new characters in all 3 games respectively, and it takes a while to level them up. So little to report on that front, but those games are still fun, and there's still a ton of content that I've got to like blow through. But that's been pretty much it for it. Well, that and I also got back into Avowed. Because I'd also hit a roadblock in that because I picked fights with strong enemies and I've been kind of getting my ass kicked. So I've got to like relearn how to like use my magic because up to the point where I kind of gave the game a break because I was waiting for the physical copy to come in, which was just a steel book with a code in it. I'd actually forgotten how to play, and I was trying to hammer through bad guys. But that wasn't the way that I built my character when I was when I took a break. My character was heavily reliant on like parrying and then delivering a like crit damage a magic strike to put them down. But instead, I was trying to play the way I normally play in Turtle, and I just got arrowed to death. So I was pretty much Boromir. But yeah, Avowed, still a fun game. I still like it. It's still a little bit too bad that Obsidian didn't make it a like true Pillars of Eternity game, but it's fine. It's just like more action oriented than like the Outer Worlds. So I guess it's kind of a different pace from like the Outer Worlds series of a more story driven kind of game.
Okay.
But that's been my week.
All right, right on. That's cool. I'll go next. I don't have a lot going these past couple weeks. It's been busy, but I did get back into TCG Card Shop Simulator. Okay, I just jumped back in it because I was just like, because they said there was a new update, so I went to check it out. And the update is the tournaments. So I didn't get a chance to kind of like get into it, but I did look through it, and it turns out you can now like set prices and set entry fees and all that. So that it's going to get bigger and bigger. It's still in game preview mode, so most of it is pretty much the same. But at this point, the money I have is like astronomical, and it almost doesn't even matter. What I could just pretty much do whatever I want right now. But the game is fun, and it's it is what it is. It's just a card shop simulator. So I'm gonna get into a little more, and that way I can kind of keep going. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's still cool. It actually is pretty fun. I'm weird when it comes to simulator games. I actually had the feeling the other day that like I'm tired of seeing all these sim games, yet I go back into the card shop simulator. So, but I don't know, it doesn't seem like a simulator as like other simulators are.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like actually a game, and you're actually
But it is a simulator.
But it is at the end of the day a simulator. I know.
Yeah, you pull in and you find yourself more involved than you thought you would.
Oh yeah, totally. Selling a bunch of cards and stuff. Although there is a couple of things that I could kind of, I think they kind of need to change, because if I have like graded cards, okay, because you could sell graded cards like individually, you know, and I put them out on the table, but at the end of the day, they're completely sold out. Every single day.
Yeah.
Huh.
Even if they're like $20,000 cards. And it's like, I feel like these cards should stay there for a while just to kind of, you know, have that feeling, I guess, but have that feeling of kind of a real simulator. So there's some things that I kind of disagree with. I know how dare they make me money? But like at the same time, I want it to be more of a slow burn than like I could sell all my stuff in one day if I wanted to. Like everything that's been graded, I could just sell it all off. Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like that's not real. That's not a simulator. That's just, you know, a video game doing its video game thing. So there's some stuff
going through the motions.
Yeah. And it's like the same every single day. So I feel like there's got to be something else. Hopefully they kind of like do a little more with it, because I'll get back into it. I actually enjoy the game. It's calm. It's, you know, it kind of, my brain's weird sometimes, so I need stuff like that. So it's cool though. Other than that, Ball Pit.
Yeah,
playing a lot of Ball Pit. I actually like it, man. That game is so good. Yeah. It's just so at this point my goal is to beat every level with every character. Like that's, and I'm doing pretty good. Like I'm checking things off as I go down. So it's fun though, because it's like it's. I think that's the best thing about the game is like, because people are always looking for, you know, extended gameplay and another reason to keep playing. And this game has that. It is that to a T. Like, so as long as you like the game, it's fun to keep playing, because you play as different characters, and each level is a little more difficult. Some of the characters are a little OP. I've noticed, you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter what level they are, they'll beat the level you're playing. So, which is fine. I guess I kind of need that, because then there's the other characters that you have to kind of chip away before you even beat the level. So, but yeah, it's good. I love Ball Pit. I'm in.
Yeah.
Nice. Playing a lot of that. So, but that's about it. Honestly, I haven't really got into a lot of new stuff. I'm waiting for Wolverine, and you know, we'll go from there. That's where I'm kind of at. So, Verlaine, you're up. What have you been playing?
Well, first. Hi, Dan.
Oh, Dan. Hello.
And Clutch and Manimal.
Oh, wow. Nice. What's up, everybody?
So I remember that game, Deadliest Warrior.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I decided to play that again. That's still such a cool fucking game.
Clutch, like, I'm glad you're feeling better. Sorry, go ahead.
It's just like so realistic. If nobody's played it, it's a fighting game. It's three-dimensional. You know, you can go in circles, but you're warriors from different time periods, so it's very realistic. Like the weapons are realistic, the way they like it's realistic. Such that you can just in the beginning of the match just shoot an arrow and just hit the dude right in the head and kill him. You can cut off his head. You can cut off torsos just by doing combos if they're not the right. So like. That's the best part of it, is just that. It's just that it's not like, you remember Bushido Blade was like that?
Yeah.
No.
One hit, it pretty much, and the game is pretty much over. Like whoever gets the first hit, because it's going to be fatal. You're going to like bleed. So yeah, that was cool to go back to. I'm going to keep it installed. Why not? Cool. I wish the other one, I have the other one. I mean, I do. I don't think it's backwards compatible though. I started playing Escape the Backrooms.
Oh, okay, yeah. I want to try that at some point. But yeah. How'd you like it?
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna keep playing it, but I never understood it. Like I remember seeing the videos that the kid was putting out, just made up videos, like it was kind of like fan fiction, like whatever. And I still never got it.
I'd like to see the movie. I think that's what we need to do. Right?
I never got it. Maybe, but yeah, it could be. It's like a psychological horror, dimensional kind of. But so I'm playing this game, and like I've played like a Minecraft version of it, like with my kids, and but whatever. So I'm playing this game, and it's like, first of all, there's nothing going on. I'm just in imagine just a big, giant office with all the cubicles taken out of it, and you're just like walking around. There might be like an arrow on the wall pointing which direction you go. One time that I was doing that, I actually see the bad guy? Like it was like I saw a squiggly line like in the corner, like go like on a door. Like I was looking through a door, and I was like, oh, that must be the bad guy. So I just ran up to him to see what it was. And it was this weird, stupid looking thing. Like it wasn't scary. And then I beat that level, kind of. I did, but I don't even know if that was the right way.
I don't know if that game is, they're going for scary as opposed to just like kind of psychological. Like,
well, it's a psychological horror.
Uncomfortable.
So there are jump scary kind of parts. Like I played the second level, and the second level showed how some of it is like a puzzle. Like I was like stuck in this parking lot, and like the whole time, like you're hearing all these banging, and it's like there was nothing. I went in every single room. I did see someone dressed up like in a radiation suit, because the game is also multiplayer. So like people can jump into the game, I guess, and play with you or something. And I wasn't sure. Like I could have easily just looked at the screen and realized there was no name, but it was someone talking. So I walked up to the person, and all of a sudden it turned into this monster and got me. And it was a little jump scary, but that's after like a half hour of nothing happening. I went in, saw these cars, realized that was the code to the elevator, and then I made it to the next level. And then I was like, I don't want to do this again. Like, so maybe it's psychological. I don't know. It depends on how immersed into a game you get. And like, dude, maybe if it was VR, I would feel, I don't know. I can't, I don't get the psychological part of it. I don't understand it. Like, so whatever. Been playing Overwatch still. I keep playing Overwatch. I don't know. And then Helldivers 2 is fucking nuts right now. They've introduced like new enemies, new mission types. We just keep getting our asses kicked all over the place. It's intense right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think. Cool. Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, that's cool. Played VR in Vegas 2 weeks ago. He's got a video he's gonna send us. Awesome, dude. I want to see that.
From like a venue.
Yeah. What did you play? That's kind of cool. That's really cool, actually. Yeah, but that's it? That's what all we've been playing?
That's all we've been playing.
All we've been playing? Okay, cool. Sandbox VR. Okay, yeah, me and Jack. What's his name?
Jacoby.
That guy.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, here's
Incoming!
idea. That's what
like.
Oh yeah.
Like, was it any better or different? Like any better than playing on VR?
I mean, it is VR. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying like
you have a gun. You have a gun.
It's cool, but
yeah.
Is it worth paying for when I have so like I do so much? I've played so many.
I mean, because you have the haptic suit on, you have like the vest and everything. You have the gun, so it feels like it's real. Yeah, I mean, it's worth it. It's totally worth the try. I thought it was. I thought it was a lot of fun. Kind of want to do it again, to be honest. So I'm gonna get with Jack and see how we can do this. But yeah, for sure. Like he was like, "Hey, I want to try this." All right, let's go. And actually, it didn't make me dizzy.
Oh yeah,
because like I was moving.
Actually, walking around
totally. So yeah, it was a lot of fun though. Yeah. So all right, well let's hit up the retro. I don't know why. Verlaine's out. Get him out of here. Colonel Fancy, hit us up. What did you review this week?
Verlaine's like, I don't want to hear about old games.
I
This week's Retro Reboot, which you can read at GameFixShow.com, regularly posted on Tuesdays. And this week I reviewed Pokemon Yellow for the Game Boy, a game that's pretty dear to me because at that point I was a pretty big Pokemon head. I was probably a bigger fan of the anime than I was the games, but I was playing the games, and Pokemon Yellow is pretty much the definitive way to play those series of Pokemon games, with the aesthetic of some of the things from the anime incorporated into this version, like Team Rocket. Jesse and James are formally introduced to you, as well as their theme. There's some new sprites that are provided for some of the Pokemon. The roster is still about the same. There's still some Pokemon that you can get via trading, and like the sprites for some of the gym leaders, like Misty and Brock, are more defined for their anime counterparts. So if you are a fan of the Pokemon anime, then I think that this was the game for you to play at the time for Generation 1 Pokemon. As I stated, the gameplay is pretty similar, so if you're a fan of the way it plays, you'll have no problems enjoying it. Maybe a change that could be negative or positive depending on how you feel about it. In Pokemon Red and Blue, you of course had your 3 starters: Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. But because this one is being closer to the anime, your trainer, who kind of looks a little closer to Ash Ketchum, takes the Pikachu, because Gary comes in and he takes the Eevee. So it was originally a choice between you and Eevee. So you're stuck with the Pikachu, very similar to the first episode of the TV show. And depending on how you train Pikachu throughout the game, determines your companionship with him. If you faint more often, he
Do you get Pidgeotto is his first one, right? Because that's the first Pokemon he ever caught.
Yeah. There are Pidgeottos on that route, so it's actually pretty easy to catch to catch a Pidgeotto, or even a Spearow if you want one of those stupid things. Yeah. So Pokemon Yellow, a pretty fun slice of nostalgia for me at the time. Yeah, I did like Digimon more, but Pokemon had a pretty special place in my heart when I was in my very late teens. Playing the games. Yeah, you can read that review at GameFixShow.com, the Retro Reboot.
Nice. Go do that. As well as the other Retro Reboots that you've had in the past. Those are there forever. So you can read those anytime you want. So go and do that if you would like. So, all right. I'm going to this story first. This is actually something that me and Verlaine were kind of discussing online the other day. And and we had the same opinion after I posted it. As soon as you said something, I was like, yep. This is an argument for why a disc-free PlayStation could actually drive games down. First of all, what? All right. So Jacob Novak, is that his name? Jacob Novak? Yeah. Formerly with Square Enix, right? Yeah. He says current prices are tied to retail without physical disc holding digital hostage. We'll see larger spectrum of pricing similar to Steam. Wait, what? Okay, so what he's saying is the digital versions of games will actually drive prices down for video games. No, they won't. I don't know. I feel like there's a simple answer. No, they won't. Right?
I can understand what he might be. He definitely confused.
Yeah.
Because with Steam, that's not a good example, because Steam, I could make a game on anything and put it on Steam. So when you look at that, like, yeah, there are hundreds of games that are like always going to the $2 bin or, you know, under $5. But like, look at the games, look at the quality, all the AAA games, you know, I don't know. Cause they're still like the only person or company that does not lower their prices is Nintendo.
Yeah.
Eventually games will go to full price, but they'll go on sale, different kinds of sales and blah, blah, blah. And that's not lowering the price of the games. That's just them being on sale, just like they do in the store. Like I just 2 weeks ago bought the newest Sonic Racing game for $10 and it's still in stores for whatever full price. Like it doesn't matter. It's not, we know that it's not going to work that way.
Yeah.
And I don't know why anyone would think that it's going to work that way.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that this whole digital only thing is only with PlayStation. What the fuck is wrong with everybody? Like I turn my head every single like video that I see from collectors and people I follow are like, oh, hurry up and grab your PlayStation games because, you know, in 2028, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what do you think they're going to do? Go to all the stores and take all their copies from all the not even the stores, from all the like hobby shops and everything, like take all the PS1 games, take all the PlayStations down? Like they're not. They will always exist.
Yeah.
You'll just have to play them on your the consoles they come with, which everybody does. Not everybody, but like for me, I play all of my new games digitally because why not? But all my retro games, even though I have them emulated, like I still play them on the consoles and I still have the consoles because I don't own a Switch, and even if I did, they do not emulate every single Nintendo game. So you already, if you're a collector and you have a Switch, you should probably already have Nintendos and Super Nintendos, like if you are collecting Nintendo. So that's not going to matter. Same with PlayStation. Like it's not going to fucking matter because it's not like the PlayStation 5 is playing PlayStation 3 discs. You have to pay money to play selected PlayStation 3 games that they let you play anyways.
Sure.
So what? I don't understand the problem. They're like, grab the games now. PlayStation 3 discs are going to skyrocket. Why? Why on earth would they skyrocket? The only prices that are going to skyrocket are the physical versions of the digital games that are now. You know what I'm saying? And they won't skyrocket. So it's all, I don't know, man. But as for games, like look at GTA 6. Full digital. Not going to affect, they're coming out full price. Nothing's going to stop them.
Nope. And actually, furthermore, the people that are getting the pre-orders, they're pre-ordering the $99.99 version way more than the $79.99 version. Like it's not even close.
Like Shark.
Yeah, like dude, it's not even close.
Yeah.
So like it goes to show that the people that are complaining about the prices of video games are a very, very minority.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that it's the truth. It is 100% the truth. And I think that's what a lot of people are missing here. That like it, for the most part, most gamers don't care how much it is. They'll pay $200. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a game's a game. Like,
well, I think a few more would probably complain at $200. I would complain at about $200, but
people complained at 100, and look what happened. They're spending 100.
Yeah, like
and now idiots like this guy. Their next interview, they're gonna say, "Hey, it's not good to charge 100. Now everyone's gonna charge 100." Yeah. No, everybody charges 100 when it's a limited edition. Idiot.
He says the more the PlayStation Store becomes digital only, the greater this trend will accelerate. Says you will see more sales and dynamic prices similar to Steam.
You can't, because you know what else too?
Yeah.
PlayStation, remember, took all of their PlayStation Store cards from GameStop and all those. You can't buy them. You can buy Steam cards, you can buy Xbox cards. So like that itself does not equal up. because PlayStation has cut themselves off at the nuts. They say you can only buy digital, but you can only buy digital digitally. So there go all the Christmas presents for all the kids with PlayStations. Done.
Yeah.
So like, it's just like people aren't looking. Honestly, what it amounts to is like we still have non-gamers making games.
You can probably buy digital gift cards, right?
The physical gift cards.
Yeah, but you could buy digital gift cards.
You could buy digital gift cards on PlayStation, right? You would have to go to PlayStation to buy the digital gift card.
I think you could. Hold on, let me check. Go ahead. I'll check that. Yeah.
But I forgot what I was saying.
Oh. Well, Mike hasn't spoken about it. So, what do you think about this?
Yeah. So the idea of this lowering prices for like games across the board, going back to what Verlaine had said about why games are so cheap on Steam, and why you get better sales through GOG. It depends on what the rights holders are asking for and the publishers, because those are the people that are getting their cut. Now, because PlayStation wants more money, which is one of the reasons why they want games pulled out of the big box stores, is because they take more of that profit. That's more money going into their pocket. Why would they have a reason on their philosophy to like reduce prices? They're not going to. Like the new price for like for what you'd consider a budget game now is probably minimum $50. So that's like the new floor, and the ceiling is just getting shorter. So, I feel like that these guys are just industry rants. Like people are being grandfathered into just thinking that it's a good thing, but also to what Dave said, the internet is just kind of a loud, boisterous place, but it's a minority compared to what the like normie view on things are, which is I just want access. That's all that's going to matter. The days of that kind of like game preservation, it was a valiant effort throughout the 2010s and maybe even the early part of the 2020s here, but it's kind of falling apart. And it's up to the community as to whether or not they actually want to stand 10 toes down against the corporation. Now, personally, I think that Sony's going to do themselves in with other stupid mistakes that they make. But going all digital, this is kind of exactly what they wanted. I know that I use a lot of these when I'm on the show, but GTA 6 is really just the Pied Piper. It's just going to guide people into this being the norm. And when you look at the pre-order sales, $13.6 billion for a game, that's not really an uprising against the machine. There was like a state of play for I forgot what the game was called, but like Sony had a state of play for a game, and like the comment section was like littered with no disc, no buy, no disc, no buy. Okay. Fine, but how dedicated are people going to be to that? If you're still behest to the game console, then even if you buy things out of protest, they're not going to care. They still got your money. So, no. And yeah, every time one of these former heads come out and they say something, I just don't like, even like when Sean Layden comes out and says, oh, well, something should have done this, or they're out of this thing should have been taken differently. Or like every time David Jaffe will like share an opinion on like the state of what games are, it's like, all right, you guys have entered old man yells at cloud territory, so it's already hard to take you serious.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, they're kind of out of touch. They're not even the business anymore. So like, it's like whatever. But to answer Verlaine, okay, so not that you asked a question, but like when it comes to the gift cards, digital and physical gift cards are available. I think what you're thinking of is at the time when they up the prices for the different tiers, the original price tiers were still for sale. They took those off the shelves, so you could still buy a, gift card for $100 if you wanted to, but it was the tiers, I think, that they took off the shelf.
Or
I could be
wait,
wrong.
no, maybe they took the digital versions of the games. You know, the games came with the cards. Like you can go to Walmart and have a card. They took something that was like that.
Yeah.
But either way, the only thing that's going to fix this is simply just making a law to where when you buy it, you own it. That's it. Like if I have it, like I own it. Like there is no fine line, no nothing. Like that's my copy forever. Like that's all they have to do is someone's just got to say that's how it is. If they buy a copy of this from you digitally, they own that. They have access to it forever because that's the deal that you signed. Like that's not right. Because look, that's never been an issue. I mean, it's been an issue, but not a big issue. You know, like if somebody, a publisher or whatever, Friday the 13th, shit happens, lawsuits, no longer sell the game anymore. You pull it, what the fuck ever. It happens. That's like, it's almost like, hand of God kind of thing. Like, you know, that just happens. But like, if they can just, if they don't say anything, like right now, all the games digitally, I always mention it, the digital games that I own on Xbox that I've owned since Xbox 360, since before that, since Xbox 360, I've always owned, always had access to, even when they shut down Xbox 360, I could put in my Xbox 360 and download all the games that I bought digitally from what they used to call the Xbox Arcade, which was, there is no physical copies for. I can still access those today because I bought them. So even if in fine print it says it could be, you could lose access at any time we want, they don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like putting on Q-tips, don't use in your ears. They know you're gonna. Xbox knows you're gonna have it forever because there's no need to restrict you from this, especially with the time and the age of how old these digital versions are. Like, what do they gain from it, from taking it away from me, from even not letting me play it on a machine that can play it? Internet is different. Taking away multiplayer, dig it. Everybody understands. Servers go down, whatever. But, you know, and it's never been a problem. Even with most PlayStation stuff, probably not a problem, mainly because there is no backwards compatibility. So, like, I don't know what the fucking problem is, like, at all. And Nintendo just keeps reissuing shit and charging you over and over and over again for the same fucking thing. And nobody says anything then. That's not a problem if Nintendo does it. Yeah. But if anybody else fucking does it and like, oh, access is gone unless you buy it again. That's all they're fucking doing. But who cares? Let's focus on fucking, because PlayStation said it. PlayStation's an idiot. They're not going to, I guarantee you, come 2028, there will be physical copies of PlayStation that they make because they, between now and then, will definitely go back on their word because that's what the fuck they do. Every decision they make is wrong. I'm telling you. All of this hullabaloo is just so people think about PlayStation. Invest more in PlayStation because they're going to cut it all off from us. And then they're going to be like, oh, just kidding. We're not going to do that. We made a mistake. We only meant limited kind of games.
And so something else that they want to do, even if they do continue to print like physical copies of games, they're still trying to hawk the disc expansion, because they have the disc drive that was sold separately. If you wanted to buy the digital copy of the game to read the disc on your all digital PS5, so they could still probably hawk that, which would be another peripheral, which I don't even know how those have like done in the sales, but. This is it's just Sony. Sony is like they've made mistakes that would have killed any other like rights holder. Right. Like this would have killed Sega. This would have killed Neo Geo. This would have killed TurboGrafx. This would have killed the 3DO. But they get away with it because I feel like that their market share is in spite of just their like mentality. They've made so many stupid decisions since the launch of the PlayStation 5, and we're watching a lot of this come to head. A lot of the stuff isn't even over yet. So this right here, they're just going to try to muscle through it. And with some of the choices Xbox made, which again, I feel like that we're probably a year or two of seeing the fruits of what Asha Sharma intends to do with it, could probably have them gain ground. maybe not now, but for the foreseeable future, you're probably going to see Sony lose that market share because they're making a lot of unpopular decisions, and they're just hoping that brand recognition will push them through the same way that it did for Nintendo. Except Nintendo has learned lessons from what they did. Now, will they get arrogant and repeat some of those? It probably is, because that's like the nature of the beast with game consoles. When you're at the bottom, you listen to the fans. When you get to the top, you get a little bit arrogant, you get a little bit hubristic, and then you make stupid decisions because of greed. And we're watching Sony make these decisions because of greed, and they're trying to hide behind Grand Theft Auto 6, hoping that like absorbs a lot of the bullets, and then they'll just ride the storm. And when they have like a good fiscal year, then they'll say, "There, see, everything's good."
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's actually a good point. I mean, we're gonna, all this is like, time will tell. But it's not gonna make them cheaper. Why would they do that? It's not gonna make them cheaper. I mean, then again, last week we even talked about how games are already cheaper than they used to be. Yeah. I mean, here we are. We were, back in Sega days, Nintendo days, we were paying $80 for a game in the 90s.
I paid $40.
30 years ago, we were paying $80. So, like, what are people mad about?
Paid $40 for Helldivers 2, which is like one of my favorite games. And if
like,
you really think about it, I paid like $40 for Overwatch 100 years ago. One of my favorite games.
True.
Yeah, like games got cheaper during the like PlayStation run and the PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn lines, because it was like cheaper to print games on like CDs than it was cartridges. Yeah. So like prices then sort of remained stagnant for close to 20 years before you saw things tick up in price, which was mid PlayStation 4 era. So games, you were kind of playing like a flat rate tax for like 2 decades. We kind of got off lucky.
Yeah. Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Well, remember when the new ones came out, PlayStation 4 and Xbox, they were making fun of Xbox about the game sharing shit, because the Xbox was talking about the digital stuff, because they actually announced a version that was all digital, but PlayStation didn't. So they're like, here's how you share games with PlayStation. They just hand the game over.
Yeah.
Well, come on, that's not happening anymore, which is why I think Xbox will always do physical copies, because you can, like, 2 kids, you already have game sharing in your family, which is amazing. But like, when you think about it, like, kids play games, and when they're done their games, they have discs, and they're probably gonna, they could just give them to their friends, and like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, I used to do that. You borrow games, like that can still happen, but it can't if it's digital at all. It's like they're trying to cut off you from society. Focus on single player. Fuck multiplayer. Oh, you know what? Fuck physical. We don't want you interacting with anybody. All digital, baby.
That's a good point. I don't know. Like I said, it's just something we're gonna have to see. It is what it is. But there was actually an article. Let's move on. There was actually an article that Bocephus actually shared with us. So I wanted to get to that because it's interesting. So Bethesda is actually warning Skyrim and Fallout 4 players that things are kind of about to break. So when it comes to mods, they're saying that Steam players on PC will be affected once there's a patch that's coming through, which actually came through yesterday, I believe. Yeah, that's what it is. This is their this is what they said in a tweet or X or whatever you call it anymore. It says, as a precaution prior to these updates, we encourage players to log into your game save if you haven't done so in a while, or manually save your load order. Once your load order is saved, you'll be able to re-download your entire creations list at once when the update is live. Additionally, we are also working on Skyrim update with details to come. Now, keep in mind, they're saying that these will alter the mods that you have within your game. Obviously, when it comes to the mod creators, They immediately began trying to fix all of these things from that update. I guess the question is, and it's actually the question that he asked us was, how important are mods when playing a video game? I don't know if they're so important to us. We're not really like the PC crowd, but if you were playing on PC, let me ask you guys, how important would mods be?
To me, they're not always. I don't really dig mods. Like some of them will be like, all right, like, hey, that's cool. You did this in this game. Sweet. But like when it comes down to it, it's not official. It's not official. And I feel like it's
Right.
it's not official. So when people make maps, even some skins are cool, but it's never anything where I'm gonna like, I'm not gonna play anymore if I can't fucking play mods. I don't get it, because a lot of times I don't know, like I like to play the game the way the game was fucking meant to be played. Otherwise, like, I don't know. Some of them are neat, like seeing the GTA 5 mods and the Red Dead mods, but I would just do it once and be like, all right, cool, I'm fucking Homelander. Like, it's not Homelander, because when you play it, you can tell the controls are weird, animations are weird, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. There are some cool mods, but yeah, it's not like I don't fucking have to have them.
Mike?
I think it would depend on the game. Because I like a lot of my fighting games, I think watching people make mods of older costumes for characters or older skins for their characters to like resemble something else, it's always kind of a neat artistic touch. I've never used a lot of them, even when I was doing PC. I didn't use them per se because my computer was a potato even back then. But it's not a necessity for me. It's a luxury. So I think it is kind of neat. Some mods have been like overdone for like a bunch of years. Like there's that period for like 5 years where everybody would do a Thomas the Tank Engine mod. Those have been done to death. Yeah, I just think that it would vary. Some can be pretty neat, but like Verlaine said, some of the animations can like look a little bit wonky because the vectors aren't they don't fit the model, and it can kind of look a little bit goofy. There are some like limitations, of course, again with fighting games, and you're trying to like measure out attacks, and some guy has an incredibly disruptive mod, that can be a little bit cheesy at times. Yeah, I'm a bit of column A, column B.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they're that important. I get it. I get why people do it. They just do it for the clicks. I think, honestly, you know what I mean. When it comes to like social media, like the more outrageous mods there are, the better the clicks are going to be, because it's like, oh yeah, I put Iron Man in Fallout, or hey, I put, but like, is it that important?
I think it's more like maybe a lot of people are just trying out their programming skills, because like I do that sometimes, like with 3D printing. I can't create a sculpture from nothing. CAD, I don't know how to do any of that, but I can take two of them and put them together and make something. You know what I'm saying? I can mesh two together and have something that's legitimate. So I mean, it's maybe, people are trying shit out like that, but it is like, if you're going to the extent of you're like altering a game to produce completely different results, like doing stuff in a game that you can't even do, why not just start like, dude, go to school, fucking start making games, like actual games, because mods, you don't get paid from mods. I mean, maybe some people get a little bit, but like,
hold on. I got to shout out to Donovan though. He's absolutely right. The Macho Man as Dragons is peak. Yeah. Oh, it's old, but it's so good. It's so perfect. Like, but again, clicks, right? That's my point there.
Yeah,
like,
someone just made it just to show it, and and it's a free download, so they got nothing but, hey, and you know what? We don't know who the fuck made it, right? We just know about it. So you want to waste your time, I guess. And yeah, dude, GTA 5 has this one where it's a Back to the Future one where you actually have the DeLorean, you go 88 miles an hour, and you go into the future. So you'll be chased. If you're chased by the cops, you can trigger it. You go into the future, and it actually puts you in the same spot the next day. So it'll be daytime if it was nighttime, and no
funny.
cops. Yeah, no cops around or anything. Yeah. So those kind of things would be fun. But again, that's just if you're in the mood to just go around and dick around in the game and do nothing really. And then if you're, playing with mods, like my son plays Minecraft, and there's a lot of like, they're like mods. They call them something else. But like, he'll play the game and it adds so much stuff, but it's not really, it's not the official game. And it's just something different about it. And it just doesn't feel official. But whatever.
Yeah.
Some people love it. Some people love buying a game and not playing it the way it's meant to be played.
Some people just like to watch the world burn. That's really what it is, man. So I don't know. I think we're kind of all on the same page, roughly, on that. I mean, if you have a different opinion in the chat room, by all means, but let us know. But yeah, that's just kind of where we're at with this.
Wait, I gotta say though. All right, so I have to take a little bit of back. When I was playing in VR, when I would play Blade and Sorcery, they allowed mods, and when they allowed mods, that was actually sweet because you could have lightsabers. I had I could trigger it where the
you had Captain Shield, right? You had
Captain America Shield,
cool.
Dude. Yes,
that's cool.
But those ended up gone because they updated the game, so all of that stuff wasn't usable anymore. But that was sweet. Again, it was a game there was no purpose to the game. So if there was like an actual adventure, like a mission, I don't think I would have done all that. I don't know. Blade and Sorcery is different, but yeah. Again,
because you're like playing in a like an arena.
Yeah, it was like an arena back then. There was not even like so.
Yeah, that's why I think a case by case basis really factors into that. So.
Right on. All right. Well, then let's hit this up real quick. So Xbox 25, the 25th anniversary. They are teaming up with McDonald's, or as my 2-year-old son would say, McDonald's.
It's a McDonald's.
It's McDonald's. They're teaming up with them for offering some digital items to customers. And it looks like it's going to be mostly for customers in the UK. Is that right? I think that's right.
Yeah, UK and Ireland.
For now, they'll come around. They always do. So it'll be some Master Chief armor in campaign involved in Halo, a car voucher at Forza Horizon 6, a Sugar Bomb bundle at Fallout 76, booster bundle for Candy Crush Saga, because that's what we need, Red Hot Portable Bakery for World of Warcraft, and Kariko Donut Break emote on Overwatch. So there you go. Who's excited? Anyone? Bueller?
I would have been a long time ago.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Stuff.
Yeah,
but it is kind of exclusive. All right, so that's not.
You got to have the McDonald's app. It's all in there.
It's kind of exclusive because it's Xbox, but like, I don't know. I thought I was cool because like I had the exclusive Blizzard Sombra skin from back in the day. It was like a crossover with fucking World of Warcraft, and it was Blizz World, or whatever, BlizzCon only, And then like 2 years later or a year later, they end up just giving it to everybody, selling it or whatever.
It's like, what?
I mean, I get it. It's just a skin, but now I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but so if you're into that, there you go. That's fun. I guess.
I think I only ever did one of those crossovers. Like Genshin Impact did a crossover with McDonald's where you could make McDonald's apple pies in the game now if you got the redemption code for it.
Yeah.
So
people die.
Kind of fun.
See, I can't even go to McDonald's to get that stuff if I wanted it because I just can't. Like, it'd be like throwing my money away.
Yeah,
I can't eat that shit.
So, and that also means I have to eat McDonald's too. So
And there's that. Yeah, there's that. You actually have to purchase food. The fries. The fries are best. The fries are good.
Yeah.
All right. And speaking of the Xbox 25th anniversary, they are releasing old school green clear Xbox Series X with controller. Here's a picture of it so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. It's kind of cool looking, right?
It's pretty snazzy.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much money.
Oh, yeah, of course. Especially if you can't get one, kind of like the PlayStation 30th year or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the gray version. So it's cool, I guess. I don't know. Do I care about what's inside the Xbox? No.
It's showing it's got nothing to hide.
They could use it in prison.
Oh, yeah. I guess so. I was like, what? Oh, yeah. Think about that. I guess they can. They don't have to strip it down in this case. That was a prison joke. Never mind. All right. I know. Thank you, Mike. Mike, you wrote an article. We'll do this real quick. Warren Spector, the game designer for Das Ex and Ultima, is officially retiring. He says it's just not as fun, much fun for me anymore. I guess people grow up, right? Or just get old.
Yeah.
What else do we need to know about this?
Because being old was a part of it, health reasons, the state of the industry. It's one of those things where it's like it probably finally just passed him by, which happens to like a lot of the greats. Some are still around.
Yeah.
And Spectre, I actually had a lot of memories playing.
Not to be confused with Phil Spector. Let's make that clear. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah.
He was like one of the grandfathers of like turn-based RPGs. So it is something that's pretty near and dear to like me. And I think anyone that has ever appreciated a like Final Fantasy or Dragon's Quest, he's like one of the originators of it.
Yeah.
So to like be around for as long as he was, and like his influence, he was like one of the first people to introduce like immersive style gameplay where like the decisions you make can have an outcome for the road you take in games.
Which is just standard in video games now. Yeah.
Yeah. And like back then in like early PC games, and like even some like early console games, it was pretty revolutionary for its time. Even like Sierra games, also they also did that back then. So, definitely a name that's going to be lost. I look forward to. Now, he did say he might retire, so there's a good chance he might go back on his word and come back into game development, or he can just serve as like a consultant. I would look forward to reading books that he writes about his time in the industry, because he's a very fascinating fellow.
Cool.
And it's one of those things to kind of think like when people like Shigeru Miyamoto or Hideo Kojima or Goichi Suda finally retire, like these are like pretty influential names for their time, and eventually all things must pass. And it's like a changing of the guard. He also wasn't really like burying modern game designers. It's just that it's one of those things of like, it's nothing that I can really contribute too much anymore. He still does have 2 games that are coming out that are like credited to his name. And he also worked on Epic Mickey, which when I was first getting into the Wii around like 2010, 2011, that was one of the first Wii games that I bought, and I loved it. It was so cool. So yeah, Warren Spector, enjoy retirement.
So, turn-based. So this is what I'm thinking. He's like, hey man, check out this game. Like he might have already had let's just say Final Fantasy. Imagine everybody Final Fantasy, and there's 2 Final Fantasy characters. Like, all right, check out this game I got. It's Final Fantasy, like cool game. He's like, you want to play with me? Yeah. And he's like, all right, let's go. And the person who he's with, we'll just say it's his girlfriend, just immediately goes up and hits him and keeps attacking him. And he's like, stop. All right, ready? We're gonna start the game, and then she goes up and starts hacking. No, stop. All right, check it. We're gonna take turns. I'm gonna hit you, and then you're gonna hit me, and then I'm gonna hit you, and so on.
What are you getting at?
It sounds so stupid.
Because turn-based is stupid.
Now, to be fair, the roots in turn-based RPG video games did stem from like tabletop and Dungeons and Dragons.
Sure.
So
which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, like you're not sitting there on a board game.
And at the time, a lot of video games couldn't run the games where you're just beating each other up at the same time. But now we can. So that's why we should grow up and move on from those games. But that's just...
I made a Street Fighter game on the TI-85 calculator, but it was like an adventure turn-based game. So you would have to take turns, like you type in a code to do a move, and yeah, whatever. Turn-based.
Cool story, bro.
Turn-based will never die, though. There's like still a place where as long as developers have like really innovative ideas to like integrate it. Because
there are a couple I've played that were okay, that I kind of got into for whatever reason. Like, what's that Chalice game that Double Fine made? But I understand, like, there's sometimes it's more of like, if you think about it as a Risk. I've never played Risk, but like think of it as like a wartime thing. Like you're over the map and you're like, we got to move our troops here and then move our troops here.
Yeah.
Strategically, like knowing, all right, I'm gonna attack this turn, then the enemy's got to attack, and then hopefully he doesn't attack this person because then I'm gonna heal with this person. I get it. That's kind of a cool little like, hey, let's use my brain. But in reality, that's not at all ever in any situation how anything would work. And that's my issue with it, because I like to I get involved in the games that I play. I'm very immersed, like just like I get there. And sometimes, like it just, doesn't work. But I played all through Final Fantasy VII. I liked it. I loved beating the guys and doing all that shit. But yeah, if it was more live, it would have been better. Like, what was it, like Monster Hunter, one of the Monster Hunter games or something, where like you were you and then they would follow you. So you would do whatever you're doing, but you always had like 3 other AI characters behind you, like, and it wasn't turn-based, it was live, like you were fighting whatever, but they were with you. That's kind of how I would have imagined the progression to be, but whatever.
Well, because I wasn't super early into Monster Hunter when it first got going, but that was kind of one of the early ones, and those also adopted a lot of variables from turn-based games, and also again, to be fair, you can't always hit the enemy that you're targeting. There's things like accuracy and luck, which determines your like crit and your ability to take crit damages. So many of those like fundamental building blocks from turn-based games did make their way into like real-time action games and even fighting games to a degree, because those variables are based off of those. Like, for instance, a counterattack in a fighting game, if you interrupt something with the whiff punish, you're going to do more damage, which is your reward for good timing. Which in turn-based games, if you landed a strike against an enemy that was weakened, then it doubles. So there are a lot of variables and elements from turn-based games that have made their way into everything we play.
Borderlands did awful. Well, actually, no, a lot of games that I didn't like is when they took the hit points. When you would hit someone, it'd be like in turn-based games, you hit them, it'd show how many hit points and like float up, like 300 float up, like when you hit them. Well, then first-person shooters started putting that in the game, eventually making it optional. You could take it off, but I hated that. Because I wouldn't in real life know what my gun was doing to somebody. Like, that's kind of cheating. It's like, I'll pull out a gun, boom, boom. Oh, it only does 2 damage to him. I'll pull out another gun. Oh, there we go. Like, that's not how fucking life works.
No.
Like, And a video game shouldn't work that way. Like, you should go up and you die and you're like, damn, what did I do? I had my rifle. Fuck. Now I'm going to try the blowtorch. You wouldn't be like, hit. Oh shit. Like, he didn't do anything. I'm going to switch weapons. Like, you switch weapons naturally, but you know what I'm saying? Like, keep switching until the numbers turn red. Then I've got the weapon that's going to work. Like, that's stupid.
I just like the idea of like in like a real-time war, like some guy gets shot and there's like a health bar above his head and it goes into yellow and he's like, oh shit, and then just has to go.
That's my weakness. Bullets are my weakness.
Well, I would hope so. Well, it turns out they're my weakness too. So keep them away from me. Yeah, keep them away from me. Polar Nights, thank you. How I miss this show. The only place I get to see every stage of beard growth in one place. I don't know. I mean, Mike, do you have a beard? You don't have a beard, right?
No, I actually just shaved today.
Yeah, we have two clean shaven. I've
got a little. I don't ever
clean.
I don't shave clean because I'm old.
Beard. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess maybe. I don't know. Close. I don't want to see that. We don't want to see that beard. Anyway, all right. Thanks for the comment, bro. All right. Real quick, GameStop made a post the other day of a customer in Clackamas, Oregon. I've never heard of Clackamas, Oregon.
He's like a bad guy in Masters of the Universe.
Totally, Clackamas.
He
He traded in hundreds of broken consoles and got store credit. How much did he get? $10,690.06. Which they'll turn around and sell for $1.3 million. No, I don't know. Something like that.
This is their well. I
have a bunch of broken consoles. I should do the same thing. Jeez.
I was thinking that, but like then I don't. You have to be willing to. I don't know. It's not, to me, it's not always worth it. But I sold them a broken PlayStation 2 and got. I don't remember how much I got. It wasn't a lot. But if you have a lot, whatever. The guy owned he owns a video game store. So he just had, like, you know, those guys are part hoarder and they just have broken consoles. Some people fix them. We know people that fix them and make lots of money off them.
Right.
But a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'll take that for $10, $5, I'll fix it. And they never get to it. So it's that kind of shit. Like, if you have a console or you bought a console and it stopped working, I don't know, because they're still going to, like, a Sega Genesis. A Sega Genesis, if you brought it in there with nothing, it's less than $20 maybe, $30. Yeah. But they did do that, and they also did it with controllers. Just recently it ended. You could bring in any controller, damaged or malfunctioned, whatever, and they would pay you for it, which is kind of weird because I think they have a plan. They have a plan. They just spent $10,000, one store, on all of these broken consoles, which they didn't even know. They don't even know what's wrong with them. They did not plug in every single one of them.
There's no way.
They just took them, and who does that? Like, they're trying to do something. As outlandish as it seems, they have enough stores and enough of an imprint where they could. This is going to sound stupid, but just dumb it down by like a couple percentage. But here's their idea. We buy all of these damaged consoles from everyone, no matter what. We take everything. Then we're going to take all of their controllers. Then we're going to take all of their third-person controllers, all the while still taking all of their video games. Then we will have everything. All of the resellers will be out of business. All of the small, like, mom and pop video game stores are going to be out of business because we're going to have everything. They are already making their own prices. And what they have that no one else does is their brand. Is that a grandmother will walk into a GameStop, see a game worth $5 and pay $20 for it for their grandson because it's GameStop. When next door, my store, has the same game for $2.
Yeah, right.
But they're not going to go there because they have no idea. They trust GameStop, so they think that that's how it's going to be.
Yeah. And we already know. I mean, like, people are complaining, oh, well, they're going to make so much more money on this. Well, yeah, why would they not? What, like,
they're going to fix them.
And the fact that anyone would even complain about that is ridiculous.
The person who sold them knows. He knows that they're going to fix them. He could have fixed them and sold them too. He's not gonna. So, like, why not let them do it? If they're going to do it, fine. They may never get to it before something else happens and they switch fucking missions.
Yeah, they have the time and the resources to do so. That guy may not.
Yeah.
You know?
And it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, they're going to pay you nothing, so don't sell them. But if you have a lot of nothing, I guess it's worth something. Like, even if he had $100,000 worth of fucking consoles, which I fucking doubt it, dude. You could have 6 bins full of consoles, and that's not $100,000 worth of shit. $10,000 is still good when the amount of money and resources you'd have to do to individually fix, clean, put it together, and then list them.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
It was sometimes you just do it. But anyways, yeah, it's like they just did that with that fucking Amiibo collection, you know? Like, yeah, he could have got $10,000 for it if he split it up and did it all himself, but he got $3,000 for fucking probably nothing. Like, look, I believe fully that $10,000 money and value of things, the amount of money that you've spent on something has a statute of limitations.
Sure.
After like a year, I didn't lose money. If I have something for a year in the box, whatever, and I paid $20 for it, after a year, maybe 2 years, it's nothing. I'm not going to say I invested $20 in this, so now I got to make $20. No, I didn't. It's been 2 years. It's fucking worth nothing.
Yeah, like what do I need this for?
It already went away. Like, yeah, in business is a little different if you're doing inventory, but I'm talking about like anything that I have. If I spent money stupidly on something, like, I'm not going to sell it for the same amount I got it 5 years ago. Like, what the fuck? It's like,
unless it rose in value, which obviously which
is cool. But then it's still like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I spent 20 on it. No, like, hey, cool, it's free. I'm going to consider all of the money that I get from it free money because I bought it 5 years ago.
Right. It's fair. And also, not to mention that this is like GameStop store credit. So it's not like that money is getting repurposed elsewhere.
Right. Like, you have to spend it there. That's the whole point. But then again, if he would have taken cash or whatever, he would have gotten maybe, like I said, maybe $3,000. So you might as well take the store credit and buy games.
He said
he's
gonna take it and he's gonna buy better shit for his store, like better games, like higher tiered stuff for his store. And again, only somebody with a shop would have been able to even do this.
Right. Yeah, more power to him. That's fair. All right, a couple more things we'll get to, and we'll kind of wrap it up here. Bruce Campbell, one of Verlaine's favorites, has said Ash is done. He says he will no longer play Evil Dead's Ash Williams ever again, which is okay. That's fine. I don't know.
It's not fine.
I think it's not fine. Oh, okay. Why is it not fine?
Because the most important thing going on in Evil Dead ever is happening right now. And it's the fact that they have established that there's 3 books, blah, 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 blah. The new movies that are coming out are going to be joined together. There was Evil Dead Rise, Evil Dead, the one that's out now, whatever it's called. And then there's going to be one more Evil Dead.
Yeah, but the Evil Dead now is like actually scary and it's not hokey like the original Evil Dead. Right. So putting him in the new ones doesn't make sense.
Right, but see, the old Evil Deads were hokey and Army of Darkness is kind of stupid, really.
Right. I mean, it's great.
The show, but after that, when they did the show on AMC, it was
which also hokey. Great.
That was fucking awesome. And then everything else, all the lore is awesome. But if they're going to do all this, it would have been so good to have the originals come in because he had the original book. Not to mention, I mean, you can go on and on down the rabbit hole, but like Freddy and Jason, they were all supposed to be incorporated. Jason is a Deadite. They've made that official. He is a Deadite. He's part of it. Freddy is part of it. Freddy was born because of one of the books that was in the house. So like there's such stuff that's happening right now with Evil Dead that it would have been really good for him to actually, because he was like the chosen one, however dumb he is, like he's like the chosen one. So whatever. But I mean, I'm not mad about it because he hasn't been in any of the movies. Like,
right. I know that's what I mean.
So it's not a big loss.
How do you put him in all of a sudden?
But
I don't know.
Because, you know, you have, hey, all of a sudden we have all the books. What do we do now? We need the chosen one. Who the fuck is that? Hey, baby.
Yeah.
And I don't think people would want to see Bruce like do a different portrayal of Ash, like a more serious one.
Right.
Just
He is old
it's not Ash.
too. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good though. Like whatever. He did his part, and like he said he's not even like animation, not voices, nothing.
Yeah.
Who knows? That's money talks, because I mean Rick Moranis said he'd never do it again.
It's true.
So money talks, maybe, because he's still involved, and he's still going to be involved in the next movie, Evil Dead Gore, maybe it's called. So he's still involved with Evil Dead. He's just not going to portray Ash. So if he's still involved and it gets good enough, I think that they could sway him if they needed it. If they need an old man, they might not. It might be stupid.
Like have him for like a cameo or something like that. Yeah.
I like that he's announcing it though. Like most people don't. But it also he also has cancer or something, so it could be like, it could be saving us, because like why get him involved and then he'd be gone.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah, he did say it was treatable, but at the same time, I can understand that probably changing his perspective on what he wanted to do as an actor, because I think he's directing his own movie now. So
plus it puts a lot of questions to rest, because I'm sure a lot of people are like, why are you coming back? What are you doing? What's going on? And he probably was like, you know what? I'm just gonna say I'm out, and then that's it, and then the questions stop. So
yeah,
there's something to be said about that. I get it. I respect it. Hey, Berline's got an idea.
This has nothing to do with Evil Dead. It's something just came into my head, and it's about. Wait a minute. Wait, Mike, you didn't see Spider-Man, did you?
Did you see that light up there, Mike? Like it was like, bing. What you got, dude?
Okay. It's not really a spoiler.
Okay.
So remember the very end credit scene?
For what?
With the spider detector.
Oh, you mean in the new Spider-Man? Yes.
In the new Spider-Man movie, and at the very end scene, it shows the spider detector, and it shows
space.
It shows Spider-Man here, and then it goes to space, and it shows Spider-Man. And people are like wondering what the fuck it is.
Sure.
What it could be. And I heard of something. Here is my idea, and it's because I heard somebody that was involved in the movie say they wanted to do this, but it didn't happen. And it might happen because it might make sense, because everybody's thinking that like it's either Miles Morales or it's like
one of the other
Tobey Maguire. Yeah. Somebody said it's the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man because his universe was destroyed, which is kind of what this idea is. Now, it's totally ridiculous, but this is the whole idea. And this is what I want to say it was the director or somebody involved in Doomsday said. I wanted to open the movie with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man invading Earth with all of the villains from his universe they're pretty much bad guys trying for some reason to fight everybody in Tom Holland. That could be happening. Because they detect another Spider-Man in space. And and the main thing is that Maguire's Spider-Man keeps being mentioned by everyone.
Yeah. And actually, and now that you mention it, I did read something. It might be a rumor, I don't know, but that Andrew Garfield looks like he's signed up to portray Spider-Man again. They're talking about he's amazing. He's amazing, right? He's Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah. They're talking about Amazing Spider-Man 3. So if that's the case,
I will not watch. That is going to be a dumb fucking movie for real.
How do you know?
The other ones are dumb.
Well,
they're Amazing Spider-Man movies from the 90s, and it ended with the fucking Rhino.
I know.
Look,
Paul Giamatti.
You know what? Here's the thing. I guess no. Okay, no, it could be okay because all of the shit with No Way Home happened.
Right. It would have to be after No Way Home. It would have to
exactly.
Be.
But that's the thing. Like when they were pulled from No Way Home, it wasn't like our time. They were in the middle of something we already knew.
Right.
They were in the middle of, he was about to kill Electro or whatever the fuck was going to happen. He was fighting him and then Electro was gone or whatever, right? Like they were that time period.
I don't know, because like the way they were talking about was like, you know, it's been a while since they've seen each other. Like even with Tobey Maguire, because they grew up.
Oh yeah, because maybe the villains were taken from the time, but they were just living there. That's right, because of the circles. Either way,
that's what I'm assuming. Yeah,
Maguire, I'd be more interested in the regular Spider-Man sequel. Okay. Whatever. That was my.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. That's fair. You guys have any predictions for Doomsday? Who's gonna die?
Well, they're gonna kill Xavier again.
Everyone's gonna fucking die.
I think Thor is gonna die.
I think Magneto's gonna die.
No.
I don't know. I never really thought of.
Keep in mind, they've already killed Magneto twice in the movie.
Why did they pick? And they do say that the multiverse of madness is something that you have to watch in order to like be part of Doomsday.
Right.
So why? It can't be. Professor X died in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing could be if Wanda has something to do with it.
Well, and it was that the ending of that movie with Charlize Theron recruiting
the Eternals chick.
No, or I don't know who she is. We don't really know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because he had the third eye, and he's like, unless you're afraid, he's like, absolutely not. And then they go into the with the Dormammu. What's that realm?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
The dark realm or the whatever. Wherever they get the book from. Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't remember.
That was the end of that movie. So and we haven't seen anything from that. So we'll see. I don't know. But I think Thor is gonna die. Because why not? What are we doing with Thor? There's nothing, there's nowhere to go with Thor. His home is gone. Right?
You're right.
And this is what it is, and they have a replacement Thor, that the little girl.
Yeah,
she's going to be the new Thor or whatever.
Love,
from Love and Thunder, because she can already carry the axe and the hammer. So they already have a replacement. So I think that makes sense. She's gonna grow up. She's gonna get older, and she's gonna be the new Thor. There you go. That's my prediction. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck can happen because it's just there's so much explaining that needs to be done.
Yeah,
I mean Gambit. The Gambit is what needs to be explained.
Yeah, like how did he come back?
Why is he in this?
Yeah,
like why is he with those X-Men and not the new X-Men?
Which, by the way, have been announced. And Adam Driver is going to be playing Mr. Sinister, it seems like.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Which is weird because he introduced it as Magneto. Magneto's not Mr. Sinister, right? Is there? So like, I don't know why he said that, but the name of Mr. Sinister is the name he gave. I don't know what's the name of Mr. Sinister. Now I'm drawing.
I don't know.
That's weird.
It's not.
Yeah, it's really weird.
But yeah, the rumors were Magneto.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, I don't know anything about Mr. Sinister. I mean, I know who he is. What he looks like in the comic books, he has like a red diamond on his forehead.
Right. Dr. Nathaniel Essex. Like that's the name he gave, but then he said Magneto. And I'm like, wait a minute.
He messed up.
I think he messed up. Yeah.
Mr. Sinister.
That's the only thing I could come up with. And then there's a list of all like the new Professor X, Cyclops, Jean Grey, and it's all these new people, and I don't know who they are, so I'm not even gonna list them. Adam Driver's the only one I really care about.
Yeah. Because they all had. I don't know what happened to what are the other people like? The First Class X-Men were not bad. Fucking Magneto was amazing.
Yeah.
Beast was sweet as fuck. Like,
right.
They brought back Kelsey Grammer, so which is beyond me.
Wow.
Like this is kind of why I have no real interest in like a new in like another group of X-Men, because this was the third time, and I there's a point where I just get rebooted out, and it's like Driver will probably be good. I actually think he would have been better as a Magneto, because if anyone's going to follow Fassbender's performance, Driver is probably a pretty good
He's got
choice.
He's got that level. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I think he can do imposing pretty well. So it'll be a something. But yeah, I just feel like Doomsday just kind of looks a little bit like a clusterfuck. It just
Interesting.
It won't be. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to watch Endgame when they release it to see all the new stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot, and hey, who knows? They might break it into 2 movies and not even tell us. It'll end in the middle and be like part 1, just like what they fucking did. They did that with something. I can't remember the movie, but you're watching the movie,
9?
and then all of a sudden
10,
it's like
rather?
No,
Fast X. No, they did that with Fast X. They did it, and it pissed me the fuck off because that movie was terrible. It was so bad. Okay, I can't believe I even made it through. Like seriously, that movie was fucking terrible. And then at the end, it was like part 2 coming, and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Come back and finish it.
Yeah. So like.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started.
That's a pretty messed up way to fish hook people.
Fuck, man. I was like, because like I watched it with my wife because we enjoy those movies because they're hokey and they're fun and they're, you know what I mean? It's just whatever. It's like it's almost like a nothing burger when you watch the movie. It's like, okay, there's action, it's fun, there's some comedy, whatever, right? But then like this movie was so fucking terrible. Whatever they were trying to do, they missed the mark. And then we were like, okay, we only have like 30 minutes left in the movie. Let's just finish it. And then it was just like, oh yeah, this was part 1. I'm like, I was like, fuck. Now I gotta watch another stupid movie to get the rest of it. I don't think I am. I think I'm done with the whole series. I'll watch the earlier ones. You know, like the first one is awesome. I love the first one. I'm a huge fan of the original Fast and Furious. And then the second one is great. And then Tokyo Drift, fine, I'm in. And then after that, it kind of just gets weird and stupid. And then they start working for the government. Like, what's going on?
Well, you know who they haven't announced? The new Wolverine.
Who's going to play that?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they say Cavill will be sporting the blades.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's like the new one or if he's just going to be like in Doomsday or something. You know what I mean? Because like, why not?
I was talking about this with a couple of buddies on Twitter. I actually and I agree with something that people were sharing around in that thread is don't introduce Wolverine in this X-Men movie. Let the team establish itself and then maybe bring Logan in like a next film. Because if you just start with Wolverine, then he becomes the focal point. And I think you do the rest of the team a disservice for what you're trying to establish.
That's actually a good point.
He wasn't one of the original X-Men anyway, so he shouldn't be.
Oh yeah, but like the David Hayter written movies, it was pretty much the Logan film because he was just getting to the X Mansion, and it was most like those 3 series of movies from the early 2000s were like the Wolverine story, and then he kind of hijacked the franchise. And I feel like if you want to establish the X-Men, establish the X-Men.
Yeah.
Like Cyclops is gonna be the one now. Like he's getting a lot of fucking people are into him now.
Yeah. because of X-Men 97.
Yeah, which is funny from throughout my entire life, nobody likes Scott Summers, and now all of a sudden because of one cartoon, it's like, oh, he's awesome.
I don't know when they. I don't know. It's gonna go on forever, but
right.
Yeah, I don't. He'll be the next new one that people are gonna fucking like.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll never like him. Havoc's better.
Yeah. Imagine saying that's my favorite X-Men. I'm good on
Check
that.
them. They might be a pod person.
I'm good on that. They're young. That's the only thing I can come up with. They're like, oh, really? Anyway.
Who's your favorite X-Men? Cyclops.
Yeah.
Lost their parents are dead.
I'm so mad at Wolverine for trying to take my girl. Whatever. All right. Well, one last thing I do want to say. It doesn't really have anything to do with video games, although it does have something to do with nostalgia in this case. Columbia House. Do you guys remember Columbia House?
Oh yeah.
With you buy the CDs for a penny. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When the original started 71 years ago, it started with vinyl. Okay, like that was an actual thing. Well, they're shutting down.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were still a thing.
Nobody did.
Nobody did. After 71 years, Columbia House has announced that they are shutting down.
It's a hell of a run, I guess.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting.
It's just it's just DVDs that they're doing, and you get your first 2 for $10 each.
Yeah, but here's the kicker, and I already tried. You can't make a new account.
Yeah.
So if you're only established people can get it, and then I think September 15th or middle of September or something like that is when they shut down completely. So you have until then, but you have to already be a member. So if you're not, then doesn't matter.
DVDs. I mean, is Redbox still around?
I don't know.
Yes. Yeah. I've seen a few. I've seen a few.
Like Walmart's or whatever.
I don't know. Oh, the site's not up. But
yeah,
that's stupid. What the hell? Like, even their website looks like it's 90s.
Right.
The Columbia House one. So yeah, that's odd. Good for them, I guess.
Yeah. Everything's going digital. Well, at least the prices will go down. All right. And I'm going to end it on that note.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching us. We do appreciate it. We are the Game Fix Show. We do this every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock on our Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube pages. So you can view us anywhere we do it. And we do appreciate that. GameFixShow.com is the website. Please go check it out. Have some fun. Read up some articles from our very own Colonel Fancy. And soon enough, we'll be announcing there's someone else that's going to be joining our team as far as the website goes. So we will get to that. So that's just a little tease. Yeah, so some good stuff's coming. And you guys, anything else you want to do or say or declare?
I do declare.
All right. Well, on that note, it is your world. Pay attention.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
See ya.
Love ya.
Adios.
Adios, turd nuggets.